All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Skirts by him at the 35. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, 46 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Thank goodness goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They run with Hines. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Nyheim Hines, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now it's Hines. And an alley to run. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Julio Jones, 28 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 46 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
What are you doing?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it. Complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. This is Hines, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. To throw, it's Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They get it to him running left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Here we go. 180. 82.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And New York set to take the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
And they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Leopard! Hey, 4 down. Gun!
Now back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out now come the Jets.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey!
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. The left side completion to Jones. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Derek Rivers in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This is Coleman with the grab. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
On the ball. Watch tight end. Odd. 3 down. What's on?
On second down, here's Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Hines. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end. Ram.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
81. 3 down. Black, come on. 51 to Mike.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this.
Single.
Now Wentz on third down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jordan Jenkins with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And taken right on the 30. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Jets will take over first and 10. New York set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Derek Rivers in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
4 down.
They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Yannick Ngakoue. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, the Jets turn things over to Locke Edwards to punt it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Man left, man left. Hey. We got three. Three down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 24 yards.
Great. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something.
And it's a fumble. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
What the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Hey, 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sunday.
Here's Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape in this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
We got three down. Hey, grade 15, grade 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll air this one toward Coleman, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. They'll set up a throw. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
We got 4. Gun! T-Mike's 50.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to...
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Danny Shelton in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Telvin Smith, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Tight end left. Even. 4 down. Even.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Jesse James. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Coleman from 21 yards away. And the Jets are able to get a score back. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for 1st down. And they'll go on the ground. That's a strong running. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And that takes us from second to third down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
82.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Now let's go. 319.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Defense doing their job. Really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense. No gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to try and go deep again. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. The Jets on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. It's caught. Jones. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Derek Rivers able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to air one. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
46 down, man. 5-4.
They run again with Hines. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And they will take a knee here. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Tight on the right, tight on the right. 4 down, check.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Set! 3-19!
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Gun! Tight ends on the Ringo.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
6-5-7.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And with this win,